Welcome back to Plus Side of Nashville, everybody. We've been talking about Operation Stand Down Tennessee, and my guests are Mary Ross and J.C. Smith. Before we went to the break, we were talking about some of your expanded services and how you're helping our veterans. In addition to that expansion, you've expanded into the Clarksville area with the new office there. And Mary, you were telling me earlier about how, you know, you're helping and reaching out to some of these veterans who basically need some basic help, such as writing a resume.
Yes, there has been a lot of resources, number one, that have been poured into this concept of transitioning from the military into the civilian community, but it's not working real well.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing is that these young people have a whole lot of talent, a whole lot of experience, they have the right educations, but their resumes look like they're applying for an Army job. They look like there's nothing on them but their military history. And if you were not in the military, you wouldn't really understand what it is that they're saying.
Right.
So one of the reasons that they're not getting calls for interviews is because the people who are looking at their resumes don't know what they're looking at. They don't see the talent, they don't see the capabilities, they don't see these other things that are in their resumes. Well, we started off, you know, with our expanded services by working out of the Career Center in Clarksville for several months, and just the people we were sending up there were just overwhelmed. They were coming back every week saying, you know, Mary, we got to do something, or, you know, we got, you know, we need this, we need this, we need this, and so we started looking at, well, how can we provide that if we're only going up there one day a week? It's probably not going to happen.
No.
So we made the decision to actually start looking for a place, an office space that we could afford, doing that. I'm in the process now of doing those renovations, and really hope to have it open within the next 2 to 3 weeks, where we will actually have staff on site every day of the week, so that we can provide better services to the veterans who are in the Clarksville area. And we have a lot of really dynamic programs that we're already doing with the Career Center, and we're just going to kind of infuse that into the office. We're working with the Salvation Army, we're working with the Career Center, we're working with the Veterans Court to be able to reach the veterans who really need our services.
Yeah, and then right there at Fort Campbell, I'm sure there are a lot of veterans that are coming out of the military and staying right there in Clarksville.
Right, and with the drawdown of troops, it's only going to increase.
Yeah, it really will. Well, there's a need all over the state of Tennessee. You know, of course, you said Clarksville, but J.C., also, I think you've been contacted by the folks in Rutherford County about perhaps establishing an office there.
It's more like challenge rather than contacted. We already do a lot of missions down in Murfreesboro. The VA hospital, Alvin C. York is down there, and Vet Recovery Center is there. I was on a panel with Jeff Davidson a few months ago. It was the VA Homeless Summit, and we were discussing some of the new methodology for recovery, peer recovery, and those things. And he said if they could provide some assistance, could we have an office in Murfreesboro? Excuse me. Of course, I would love to do that, but we don't have the kind of resources to just open up an office anywhere. So we've met down there a few times, myself and Jeff Davidson, who is the deputy mayor of Rutherford County. There's also the Career Center down there. Ian Holt is the new manager of the Career Center down in Rutherford County, and some other agencies that I'd love to be able to drop all their names, but I'm not quite sure if that's correct as yet.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is that they're wanting more services for veterans. They're wanting access, and the best possible way, and I've always found it, especially in outreach, is to partner.
Yeah.
You know, you tend to reach more people, you expand your services. I don't have any problem with it not being named after me, so to speak, as long as the services get done. And so long as we can help support our veterans in these communities, I'm all for it. And they've provided us now with a lot of the framework to get this done. And we even kind of have a name. It's going to be maybe the Rutherford County Veterans Partnership Office. And we're hoping that we can partner up with some other agencies like the Veteran Recovery Center, Salvation Army, even the Tennessee Department of Veterans Affairs may have a representative come in, which would just be awesome.
Yeah.
Because to be able to put all these parts and pieces together and have that available in a one-stop shop for veterans is it makes life just so much more easier to, as Mary was saying earlier, the transition back into our community.
Absolutely. There's such a need for what you all are doing, and you're doing a great job. I see you expanding all over Tennessee eventually, and I hope that that will be the case because the need is everywhere. But how can folks get in touch with you if they need to get in touch with you? Your website?
You can contact us at our website. You know, that's OSDTN.org. I have to stop and think. TN.org. You can call us at 615-248-1981, or you can come by anytime from 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening at our 12th Avenue office, 1125 12th Avenue South.
Wonderful. Well,
Thrift store right next door.
And the thrift store is right next door.
Yes.
That's a great way to that's a great way to support this great cause. Thank you both. Mary, J.C., it's always a pleasure to have
Thank you. It's
and
good to be
continue the
here.
great work.
Thank you.
Love what you're doing. When we come back, we'll meet a brave little girl who's seen her share of hospital rooms, and we'll tell you about a way you can help her and other sick children in our community. So stay with us.
All righty.